Secrets that could change everything. Imagine being convicted of a crime you didn't commit, spending 18 years in prison, only to be exonerated by DNA evidence, only to find yourself back behind bars for an even more heinous crime. This is the reality of Steven Avery, a man whose case has left the world divided and the justice system under scrutiny. But what if there were jaw-dropping secrets still waiting to be uncovered? From forensic breakthroughs to controversial police tactics, the Steven Avery case is riddled with shocking revelations. Did the system fail him twice, or was justice served? This documentary uncovers the hard facts, straight from official records, court documents, and forensic reports. No speculation, just the truth. A wrongful conviction and a long fight for justice. Steven Avery's first brush with the law came in 1985 when he was convicted of the sexual assault and attempted murder of Penny Bjornson, a crime he consistently denied committing. Despite having an alibi, Avery was sentenced to 32 years in prison, largely due to flawed eyewitness testimony and investigative errors. 18 years later, in 2003, DNA testing, unavailable at the time of his conviction, proved that another man, Gregory Allen, was the real perpetrator. Avery was exonerated and released, filing a $36 million lawsuit against Manitowoc County, the Sheriff's Department, and other officials for wrongful imprisonment. But before his lawsuit could reach a conclusion, Avery found himself accused of another crime, this time murder. The Teresa Halbach case. Coincidence or conspiracy? On October 31, 2005, 25-year-old photographer Teresa Halbach visited Avery's auto salvage yard to take pictures for Auto Trader magazine. It was the last time she was seen alive. Days later, her vehicle was discovered on Avery's property, partially concealed under debris. A subsequent search led to the discovery of charred bone fragments in a burn pit behind Avery's trailer, later confirmed to be Halbach's remains. Then came one of the most debated pieces of evidence, the key to Halbach's vehicle, found in Avery's bedroom. Multiple searches had failed to locate it, yet it suddenly appeared in plain view. The handling of evidence raised serious questions about potential misconduct. The evidence and the questions that followed. The prosecution's case centered on forensic findings, but Avery's defense team argued that some of the evidence was mishandled or even planted. Avery's blood was found inside Halbach's vehicle. The defense suggested it could have been planted, pointing to a vial of Avery's blood from his 1985 case that was stored in a Manitowoc County evidence locker. The vial was found with a punctured seal, fueling suspicions of tampering. A bullet fragment found in Avery's garage contained Halbach's DNA, but its discovery came months after initial searches, leading to questions about whether it was introduced later. Brendan Dassey's confession. Avery's 16-year-old nephew, Brendan Dassey, confessed to being involved in Halbach's murder. However, his confession was obtained through a controversial interrogation, with no lawyer or parent present. Dassey later recanted, claiming he was coerced into making false statements. Despite these disputes, both Avery and Dassey were convicted in 2007. Avery was sentenced to life in prison without parole. Dassey, initially ordered released in 2016 after a federal judge ruled his confession was involuntary, saw that decision overturned by an appellate court. Since his conviction, Avery has maintained his innocence and pursued multiple appeals. His attorney, Kathleen Zellner, has presented new forensic analyses and alternative suspect theories. She claims that crucial evidence was overlooked and that potential suspects, such as Halbach's ex-boyfriend, were never properly investigated. Despite these efforts, courts have repeatedly denied Avery's requests for a new trial. Yet, the case continues to draw global attention, fueled by legal developments, forensic debates, and the worldwide impact of making a murderer. The Netflix documentary that challenged the official narrative. Is the fight for justice over? Was Steven Avery framed in retaliation for his lawsuit? Did law enforcement manipulate evidence to secure a conviction? Or did the prosecution present an airtight case proving his guilt beyond a reasonable doubt? With ongoing legal battles and new claims surfacing, the fight for justice in the Steven Avery case is far from over. What do you think? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth true crime documentaries. Because in the world of justice, the truth is rarely as simple as it seems.